and welcome to another edition of Around the Block. I'm Chris Pearson.
And I'm Janice Perez.
And we'll be your host for the next 30 minutes while we take you inside the Massachusetts Department of Correction.
Tonight we're going to take you to MCI-Framingham, which is a medium security correctional facility for females. And it is the only committing institution for female offenders. It is the oldest female correctional institution in operation in the United States. The facility houses women at various classification levels, including state sentenced, county offenders, and awaiting trial inmates. In addition to meeting the security needs of a medium security facility, MCI-Framingham also provides numerous programs and treatment opportunities for the female offenders.
Which leads us to tonight's program. Marsha Gannon, MCI-Framingham's school principal, took us on a tour, take a look at 3 of the school's more popular programs. Our first stop took us to the Reading Coach program.
Hi, my name is Marsha Gannon. I'm the school principal here at MCI-Framingham. You'll see behind me a list of programs that we offered here in the Education Division as far back as 1937. It's kind of a historic piece. However, today we do some different things here at MCI-Framingham. Division-wide, we offer a wide variety of vocational programs and educational programs, one of which we're going to feature today, and that is our computerized reading lab. It sort of analyzes where the students are at with their reading. The artificial intelligence assigns lessons, and then the teacher monitors their progress through a server. We have 5 inmate tutors that come in and help out with that reading program.
The program itself is, one of the programs is my reading coach, and what it works on is building reading comprehension, fluency, phonemic awareness, their vocabulary, and their grammar skills. It's student-driven. Every student is given a diagnostic exam, and based on that diagnostic exam, the program individually prescribes what each student needs to work on. And it constantly retests them and reevaluates them and prescribes the lessons according to what's going on with them. And then following that, they also work on the Fluent Reading Trainer, which works on bridging fluency and comprehension, so increasing their reading speed, helping them quickly identify words, and thereby increasing their speed, and also watching for those keys that indicate there's going to be some kind of comprehension that's needed with this section, so bringing the two together.
Actually, the Reading Coach is a program that has helped me a lot, understanding the volumes of the words, speed reading, the nouns, the pronouns, the vowels, and things like that. I'm going to take advantage of this program that has helped me a lot going into college. Hopefully, get something big out of it.
Right now, Diana is working on the Reading Coach. She's working on a lesson that's 3-syllable words. So she's learning how to break words into smaller pieces to better able her to pronounce and decode the word or understand what the word is. This is part of the Reading Coach. You'll see that there's a video of a gentleman speaking. On the Reading Coach, there's actually it's a speech pathologist involved. So not only do they talk about language, they'll actually visually show you the shape of the mouth, and they'll talk about the rules for the formation of that sound, position your tongue behind your teeth, and so on. Or when you get into this level, he's giving directions about how to syllabicate words or break words into parts so that you can decode them.
It helped me because, I'm really not a focused person. Little things throw me off. I'm not good with a lot of things. My math, I'm not good with a lot of people around me because it just throws me off too easily. So the Reading Coach is just helps you block out a lot of things and focus on one thing at a time. And it just helps me take my time to focus on one particular thing to do, and as you go along.
Most of the referral for the Reading Coach comes from word of mouth, actually. Initially, we looked for students to be involved in the program that were special education students or that were involved in other programs. But since the program has become so popular and it's so successful and the students see their own success, they've been coming and referring each other into the program, as well as the teachers refer them into the program, and I'll bring them into the program as well.
The value of this program has helped me a lot. In my speech also, because I come from Spanish too, speak Spanish. So the English fluence that I'm learning more, it's basically with this program that has helped me a lot, especially on the reading, that I do speed reading now. That's going to help me speed through my my success that I want to do, which is achieve my goal in passing my GED. So when I get released, I could be able, go straight into college or either in community college.
The reading coach will be helpful to me because I have a couple of grandchildren that, I never was able to help, but now I can. I wasn't able to help with my nieces and nephews, but with my grandchildren, I'll be able to help them with homework and help them understand the things that they need to understand. It's an excellent program, and I think that more people should get involved in this program. I'm a person who did not want to continue in school until I got to the reading coach, and it's like I can't stay away from it. So it's an excellent program. It really is.
One thing to remember is that when inmates come in to MCI Framingham, it is a reception center, we do what's called the test of adult basic education. And what we find from that is that most inmates are reading far under an 8th grade level. That obviously is not going to help them with reentry and with getting to the outside and getting jobs and getting further education. So we feel it's really, really critical to meet them where they are in their ability to read and to take them to a level where hopefully they can pass the GED and maybe go on and do some college work or do some vocational programming.
In today's world, it is hard to imagine finding a good job if you can't read or interpret what you've read effectively. This program has provided the opportunity to improve the lives of 75 students who've already participated in the program since it began in the fall of 2009. In the past, special education teachers worked with students one-on-one. But the Reading Coach program allows the teachers to work with 15 students simultaneously. We congratulate the Reading Coach program for the difference it has made in the lives of the female offenders.
In our next segment, the Cosmetology program, which began in April of 2007. It's a lot of work to earn a license that will allow these women to work in a salon in their communities. But that goal is a real one and so important to their release at the end of their sentence. You know, Janice, these women are determined to make a future for themselves and their families.
Yes.
Hi, my name's Marcia Gannon. I'm the school principal here at MCI Framingham, and we are standing in our cosmetology salon. It's one of our vocational programs here at MCI Framingham. There are 12 ladies involved in the program, and what they do is they spend 1,000 hours learning how all aspects of the cosmetology business: hair, skin, and nails.
I teach facials, nails, pedicures, esthetician, highlighting, coloring, perming, relaxing, and braids. My most happiest time is when I see these girls that come into the class and they say, I can't do that. And I say, yes, you can. And before they're finished, they really are excellent hairdressers. I haven't had anyone in here that I feel has not been able to learn how to do hair.
The best thing I like about this program is making people feel good about themselves, and making them, because they don't really have the opportunity to do their hair back in the cells, so they come up here and we make them feel really good about themselves. We learn about skin diseases, cutting hair, relaxers, perms, doing pedicures, fingers.
In this class now, they have to do 1,000 hours, and they go for 2 years after they get their license. They work for 2 years, and then they get a Class 1 license. After 5 years, they can take a test. They can be an instructor. They can be a demonstrator, platform worker. They can also be junior instructors when they get out of school, but they can only do that for 2 years.
I'm learning how to do something special for people. I'm gonna be able to go out onto the street and work with people and give them a special day for themselves. I mean, when I used to get my hair done, it was always a relaxing experience for me, and I felt beautiful in the end. So I'm hoping to be able to do that for people when I leave.
My favorite part of this program is, first of all, our instructor. She's a great instructor. She has a lot of patience. She's a lot of fun to be around. She's a professional. Working with my fellow inmates, you develop bonds and friendships, and one of the things I like the best is being able to have them come in and we do manicures or facials or their hair, and they come out and they feel good about themselves. They feel pretty, they feel like they were pampered, and it gives them a chance just to feel like normal.
I love my job here. I'm very satisfied to see these women becoming successful with a career to go to. We have 6 people out working right now, and this is only our 3rd semester. So to me, when I got this job, I said if I have 1 in every class, which is 12, I'll be happy. And to have 3 in 2 classes already, I'm really happy.
The public should be aware of the fact that we are getting a great education. We do a lot of different processes. We work on a lot of clients every week. We're learning, and our education is better, it's similar if not better than what the women that are learning in Blaine or Empire Beauty Academy are learning, and we're just as qualified, and to give us a shot.
What I hope to get when I'm released is my license from cosmetology, the experience to eventually work on the outside in a salon. I have family members that work in salons, and just for people to look at me like I'm an active member of society, that, you know, people can change, be rehabilitated, make money, legal money, to just be a productive member of society and feel good about myself.
When I'm released, it's going to help me build up my self-esteem and help me with my career and help support my children when I'm released.
At the very, very end of the program, the State Board of Cosmetology comes in and does an actual state board licensing exam, just like would be done at any other program. And it's been actually very successful so far. There have been a number of women that have gone through the program and have re-entered, have gone back out into the community, have gotten jobs in the profession.
What I'd like to see when these women leave, that they go to the beauty salons and they are given the opportunity to make use of their licenses, because they are getting a tremendous education and they are really as qualified as any public school or private sector. They're getting more here than they are out there.
To date, 65 women have participated, 35 women have completed the 100-hour cosmetology program, and 28 women have successfully tested for their license while at MCI Framingham. When people feel valued, have a sense of self-worth and pride, they work harder and strive to become more. These women are getting a chance to make better lives upon release for themselves and their families. That kind of success affects the community as a whole.
Next up, we're going to talk about the Culinary Arts program. This program began in September of 2008. With the ever-expanding restaurant trade, jobs are available to women who have a ServSafe certificate. The program teaches women all the vital elements of safe food handling and how to work in a restaurant kitchen. Everything from planning, prepping, cooking, dining room service, and decorum, not to mention the art of making great soups and desserts, are all encompassed in the Culinary Arts program.
That really sounds yummy, Chris.
So this is our Culinary Arts program. It is part of what we do here in Reentry to try to provide opportunities for the women to gain different kinds of skills, including vocational skills. These women, if they complete the Culinary Arts program and get their ServSafe certificate, they can go on and get entry-level jobs as line cooks in the industry. And if they're good at it, as we all know, if people are good at something, they'll move up and they'll get to do other things in the culinary arts field.
After 20 years in the business, I wanted to get into the instruction part of the industry, and I was lucky enough to come when they were opening a new kitchen here in Framingham. I teach them basic skills that they're going to be able to use for an entry-level position when they get into the field. We cover mother sauces, cooking methods.
A typical day in Culinary Arts is just like a job. Come in, we start our prep, we work hard. Everything has to be time temperature control for the ServSafe so we don't get anybody sick. A menu changes every week here, so we're learning a different thing, different ways to cook, how to incorporate different spices into different foods.
The ServSafe program. Every restaurant, hotel now requires one person during every shift to be ServSafe certified. All of the women, when leaving this program, are ServSafe certified.
Before I worked up here, I had no prior knowledge in the kitchen at all. I've never worked in the kitchen at all, so I've learned a lot how a whole restaurant is run. I've learned 5 mother sauces: bechamel, velouté, tomato, hollandaise, espanol. I've learned how to incorporate them into different meals and make them from scratch. And just to cook steak are just basic things. I've never cooked. My mom always did it.
We work under a division in the Department of Correction. It's called the Division of Inmate Training and Education. There are many, many programs across the system, only a few of which are represented here.
My favorite part of the program is when the ladies are able to do a skill and they get the satisfaction out of it when they see a customer come back and say, "That was really good, that was the best I've had." And they feel good about it, I feel good about it.
Grilling, which I didn't know anything about, and we're learning that, how to saute different foods and vegetables, meats, so you know what can go in the pan at the same time and how much oil, how much flame. We're learning a lot of stuff.
We all have our own areas. We have the salad station, the sandwich station, bakery, hotline, soup, and we all assigned a station and beginning of the month, and we worked that for a month. And we learn different things about each station. And it can be chaotic because everyone's running around, but we always say hot behind you, so everything usually works out pretty good.
One of the differences I found immediately between working outside and in the prison is working with the tools, how they're able to do that. We keep the knives here, they're on 3-foot tethers, but you really forget about it and you're working with everybody as you would in any other kitchen.
This program will definitely be help me when I'm released. I'm going to have the ServSafe certificate, which will help me get a job easier when I get released. It's better to have a ServSafe certificate when you're applying for a job. To have it on my resume is good.
I can take it with me beyond my incarceration. I can use it when I leave here. So I'm in a program, college program, so I want to be a psychologist, but this is a stepping stone. Like I can be a chef while I'm going to college to further my education to do that.
So one of the important things to remember about our vocational opportunities here in the Department of Correction is that the inmates are treated as professionals. They're going to be professional learners actually at this point. And their commitment to the program is to be responsible for paying for any of the licenses that they're going to obtain. So if they're going to get a welding license, or they're going to get a certificate in computers, or they're going to get a cosmetology license or a ServSafe license in Culinary Arts, they must come up with the money to pay for those licenses and certificates themselves. It shows that they're vested in what they're doing. You know, our goal is to try to find vocational opportunities that the inmates can participate in, can earn a certificate or a license in, and then can go out and leave us and not come back. That's our goal.
Since the start of the program, 62 women have participated. 34 of those women have successfully passed the exam for the ServSafe certificate. Knowing that you can apply for a job with skills that are recognized and accepted in the restaurant industry make the difference and give the confidence that many of these women need to make that change in their lives when they get released to the community.
Our last stop tonight is the Family Reunification program located at South Middlesex Correctional Center. When you think about incarceration, you probably think about the inmates who've committed crimes and are serving their sentence in one of the state correctional facilities around the state.
But incarceration is also about families. Its greatest effect may be the impact it has on children of those incarcerated. Children who don't have the opportunity to interact with a parent on everyday issues have a void that's not easily filled.
Let's take a look at the program and the innovative way the Department of Correction is moving forward with improving families and communities.
My name is Jennifer Matthew. I'm the Family Preservation Coordinator here at South Middlesex Correctional Center, and this is the Family Reunification House. The program's set up to kind of work on the bond between women and their children to bring them back together. to reunite them even while the woman's still incarcerated. And it's really focused on building that bond and that relationship back between mom and children.
The Family Reunification House actually began in the early 1980s at MCI Lancaster as a visiting trailer program where it allowed women in lower custody to have overnight visits with their children. In 2002, when MCI Lancaster was closed, we moved the women to South Middlesex Correctional Center, and with it came the visiting trailer program. Several years ago, the decision was made to make a more permanent structure part of the family reunification process. The inmates at MCI Shirley developed green panels which would be utilized to build this house. In addition to the green panels, inmates on a work crew from Northeast Correctional Center came down to South Middlesex and built this actual structure that we're standing in today. As part of this green project, there are bamboo floors, solar panels, and various other unique features that created this green house.
Basically, a woman becomes involved with this program by first completing our parenting education class. Once she has completed that class, we can then come in and talk with the caretaker to speak with them about if they're supportive of visitation taking place at a prison in this home. The women can have, their first visit is 11 hours. Their second visit can be up to 48 hours, which is an overnight, and then the following visit is 2 overnights. So they really get to spend a lot of quality time together that they wouldn't initially get to do while mom's incarcerated.
Well, the first one's only 11 hours, and it's kind of like we just get the feel of the house and the rules that go along with the house. And it's kind of like the 11 hours is good, but it's also kind of like shocking because we go from like having regular visits, you know, like regular institutional visits, to having like a real kind of homey visit where I can cook for her and play with her and have unsupervised visits. That's the 11 hours. Now I get to like sleep in the same house with her. Like, it's just really cool. And I don't know, it hasn't happened yet. It's going to happen tonight, so it's going to just be awesome. And like, we watch American Idol. I know I watch American Idol. I know she watches American Idol. And we talk about it on the phone, so we get to watch it tonight together. So that's going to be really awesome.
Obviously, it is housed on a correctional facility, so officers can come in and out and do security checks at any point in time throughout the day. But it is an opportunity for the women to spend one-on-one time that's uninterrupted with their kids. They don't have a social worker present. I certainly come down multiple times throughout the visit to check in, make sure nothing's needed, or if there's a conversation that mom wants to have with her child while she's here, I can help facilitate that conversation. But a lot of times it's just that one-on-one time, mother and child, or mother and children, just interacting and doing things that they used to do at home together.
The intimacy is great because we can share things that we wouldn't normally be able to share with people around. Supervision, I think that she feels more comfortable talking to me. I feel more comfortable even asking her questions. It's just easier.
The program is designed for one woman to take part with visits with their children at a time. There is no spouse or significant other allowed during the visitation period. During what we call the caretaker interview, the caretaker does come out and actually visibly see the facility. They actually see where the children are going to be sleeping and spending their time. And I think that's an integral part, just so that they know, where, specifically where the kids are going to be visiting. So the caretaker does get the approval, but they're only allowed to come in that one time, and that's something that's done with myself. The inmate isn't even present at that point in time. So they're never allowed out to this facility during the visit at all for any reason. And a big part of this program is helping women get back into the community with their kids. They're working on a relationship that they'll be having with their kids when they get back out in the community. And that is a step in the right direction towards that.
We're going to have a picnic, right? We're going to have lunch outside and probably play a game outside, whether it's kickball.
New one.
Oh, maybe not the new one, because the new one is the DVD one, remember?
No, not that one.
Oh, we're going to play a different game outside, right?
Yeah, maybe the puzzle.
Maybe the puzzle, yeah.
Families are what our communities are built upon. If families are strong and healthy, our communities will be too. Parents who feel a bond, a responsibility, and a commitment to their families will help build better communities. For the families who struggle, this program may be the difference in building successful and brighter futures, one generation at a time. We salute the work of the Family Reunification House and all the families they service.
Framingham is about changing lives through opportunities for women who have committed to changing their lives. MCI Framingham has yet another way to re-enter the community with skills that can take these women forward.
And that will do it for this episode of Around the Block.
We hope that you've enjoyed the program. To learn more about programs like these, please visit our website. Until next time, I'm Janice Perez.
And I'm Chris Pearson.
Saying so long for the Massachusetts Department of Correction, where we're working for a safer tomorrow every day.